You ever feel like you attract the wrong people? The ones who drain you, misunderstand you, or repeat the same painful patterns? It's easy to blame yourself. But what if this wasn't a flaw, but a signal from your psyche? What if your relationships are teaching you things about you, not just about them? Psychology shows that the people you attract often reflect parts of yourself that you haven't fully seen yet. In other words, the wrong people aren't random, they're mirrors. And understanding why this happens can be one of the most empowering moments in your life. You project what you haven't integrated. Psychology shows that projection is when we unconsciously attribute our own feelings or traits onto others. If you have parts of yourself you've denied, like anger, fear of abandonment, or low self-worth, your mind may project those qualities onto the people you choose. For example, someone who struggles with self-doubt might repeatedly meet partners who make them feel unworthy. But this isn't proof you're unlovable. It's proof that your psyche is showing you where healing is needed. When you begin to recognize these projections, you gain insight into your internal world, not evidence of your failure. You gravitate toward familiar patterns. Research indicates that people often choose relationships that feel familiar, even if they are unhealthy. This doesn't mean you like pain. It means your inner self is trying to heal a wound that never fully closed. If your earliest attachments were unstable or inconsistent, your nervous system learned that pattern. So you end up around people who reflect that same unpredictability. But here's the empowering part. Recognizing the pattern is the first step toward rewriting it. Once you become conscious of what feels normal to you, you can begin to choose what actually nourishes you instead. You seek what you cannot yet give yourself. Psychology shows that people are drawn to others who embody qualities they long for within themselves. If you crave acceptance, you may attract someone who only offers it conditionally. If you want security, you may attract instability. This isn't a mistake. It's a roadmap. Your relationships are pointing toward qualities inside you that are unfinished or unclaimed. Rather than seeing these people as wrong, see them as stepping stones to the version of you who can finally give yourself what you once looked for in others. You react strongly to what you deny in yourself. Have you ever met someone who triggers you instantly? A trait that makes you uncomfortable, annoyed, or defensive? Psychology suggests that intense emotional reactions often come from projection. The qualities you judge most harshly in others can be reflections of parts you reject in yourself. Maybe you despise arrogance in others because a part of you fears being seen as overly confident. Maybe you're frustrated by indecisiveness in others because you avoid your own uncertainty. This doesn't make you weak. It makes you aware. Your emotional reactions are data about your own inner landscape. You attract what matches your energy, not your intentions. Research indicates that people don't just attract others based on what they say they want. They attract based on what they believe about themselves. If deep down you feel unworthy of love, your relationships will unconsciously reflect that belief. This isn't your fault. It's your inner world communicating through the external world. But the empowering truth is this. When you begin to shift your internal beliefs, the types of people you attract changes too. You don't attract better people by force. You attract them by changing the lens through which you see yourself and the world. You attract lessons, not accidents. Psychology shows that life tends to repeat themes until they are understood. The wrong people you keep meeting may not be wrong at all. They may be playing a role in your growth. Each uncomfortable connection teaches you something about boundaries, self-worth, empathy, courage, or self-love. The pain isn't pointless. It's pedagogy. Your psyche doesn't want to sabotage you. It wants you to learn. So if you've ever wondered why you keep attracting people who don't treat you the way you deserve, the answer isn't that something is wrong with you. It's that parts of you are asking to be seen, understood, and healed. Your relationships are mirrors, not punishments. This means you're not powerless. You're unlearning without knowing it. You're waking up to parts of yourself that have been in the shadows. And the moment you begin to see your projections clearly, your relationships begin to reflect a truer version of you. If this spoke to you, you're exactly where psychology says you need to be, at the edge of insight. Subscribe for more videos that help you understand the hidden patterns of your mind and your relationships. The more you know yourself, the less the wrong people will show up, and the more the right ones will feel familiar from the inside out.